it's Lexi. So first things first, the birds outside are going nuts and the next door neighbour's dog has been howling all morning. So if you can hear those, I apologise. Unfortunately, I don't have a soundproof studio. This is literally filmed in a sunroom. So I thought I'd give you a quick look into how I decide which story times to tell you guys. Allow me to show you. I have this jar filled with paper. And on each piece of paper, there is a time frame from my life that I thought would make an interesting story time. And I have them all written down because I have the memory of a sieve half the time. And today... today's one is not exactly the most fun story time, but I will stick to my rules here. I've picked it, and I shall tell you. So for those of you who do not know, I was an amateur model. I say was because I'm not really interested in taking it any further. It was not a very fun experience at any given point. And the reason I got into it was probably the worst reason to get into modelling in the first place. It was to help boost my confidence. Now, I will take you back in time, many years ago, to like 2008? Yeah, 2008. I was 18 years old, I had a MySpace, and I was also on a little gothic website, which I won't give a name for, which was a social media place as well. Now, on this social media platform, there were groups. You would have groups into set bands, you'd have groups that were more into emo style, those more into punk, those that were straight up goth. And there were groups for other things as well, like photography and modelling, which I took a fancy to because I thought it was brilliant. These amazing photos these girls would do, and they would just look stunning. And I thought, I don't look too bad. I could give this a shot. And the lighting changed. Thank you, clouds. That's brilliant. Pretty much, I joined the group and I didn't have a photographer. I was my own photographer with a really, really, really crappy 2006 model Canon that was just a basic point and click digital camera. I still have it somewhere, I think, or I may have thrown it out because the prongs in the connecting device are broken. But I thought I'd give it a shot, you know? This is where I learnt the worst side of this. People in that group are not very accepting of beginners. And they were actually really awful to me throughout the whole thing. I posted a few sets, which I will do a quick insert of some of these photos about here. They didn't like my photos. They would go on and on and on about how the quality was terrible, how I needed a better quality camera, how my photographer needed a better quality camera, about how the model, the model, me, was too fat or not pretty enough. And everything else under the sun they would pick on, inclusive of lighting, makeup, set design. I was doing this all in the seam of my pants here. I had no idea what I was doing. I was trying. And they were so cruel. Now, I took a break for a bit. I didn't take photos for a long time. I decided, you know, catch my breath. Maybe see what the other girls are posting. Take the time out to, you know, maybe give them some pointers that I thought they were missing out on as someone viewing them. As you can imagine, that did not actually go down too well. One girl, I can't actually remember any of their usernames or anything about them too much, but I remember this incident specifically. This girl had posted a mermaid shoot. Now, it was a beautiful mermaid shoot. It was done on the beach. Some of the shots were fantastic. The mermaid tail was great. But there were a few things that sort of seemed a bit off. So, thinking, maybe they were just going the tough love route. I decided to do the same and gave some pointers. Or some parts I noticed that I thought seemed a bit off. Like one part where the Photoshop in it was so blatant that it looked tacky. So I put forward, hey, in this one here, I can see some of the seaming on the Photoshop. It looks a bit messy. Maybe you might want to take another look into fixing the edging on it. Now, don't get me wrong, I am not an expert at anything, but she put it forward open for opinion and feedback from everyone. That was the point. Another one of her photos from this mermaid shoot was... How do I put this forward without sounding like an awful person? Bugger. I'll put it straight forward. It was a blatant cleavage shot. So this photo cut off from here and came down to here, just below the chest. Her arms pressing her chest forward. And there was nothing mermaid-esque about it. She wasn't wearing shells. It was just a basic bikini top. She didn't have any sand or glitter or any makeup to make it look like the skin was maybe scaled a little bit and less human. So I said photo number 15 seems a bit out of place with the rest of them. And oh my gosh, guys. I should have kept my mouth shut and just left it alone. Hindsight's a bit of a pain like that. I got hit with the biggest tirade of abuse I have ever encountered, and I have encountered quite a bit of abuse online before. These girls got so mad at me, demanding to know how dare I have an opinion on a piece that was, requesting an opinion. And then a lot of people were jumping to this girl's aid, saying, don't worry about her. Her opinion doesn't matter. She can't even take a decent photo. She's just and then listed a lot of really nasty slurs that were really unkind and not necessary at all. And this happened on quite a few occasions. I would post up a photo from a photo shoot that didn't actually turn out as well as I wanted, but I was quite proud of that one photo. And they would tear it down, saying it looked bad, the lighting was bad, there's terrible shadowing, you look terrible in this photo, everything looks wrong, why are you still posting here, kind of thing. But if I even pointed out one thing on their work that seemed a bit off or could use some work on it, not in a nasty, needly, haha, how dare you tell me I'm terrible, look at your work kind of way. No, in a literal, hey, going by the advice I've been given on all of my photos, your lighting seems a little bit off and I can see some unfavorable shadowing. Or, hey, that photo doesn't fit into the set. And they would lynch mob me every time. I actually started getting some really aggressive and threatening messages from these people too. Most of them telling me to kill myself. Which was really mean. Like, okay, I get it, you don't like me, whatever. Makes no difference to me in the end. But to tell someone to kill themselves is actually one of the worst things you could possibly do, shy of actually killing them yourself. And it just got worse and I spiraled quite horribly. And after a while I just deleted my account. I couldn't handle it anymore. Even when I stopped posting pictures and that, people would start making a mockery of what ones I had posted. Doing a similar shoot. Obviously in better conditions. They had the know-how, they had studios, they had photographers, makeup artists, proper lighting. my setup was literally done in my house with cheap lighting that I got from some of the cheap stores, like Cheap as Chips in the Reject Shop, setting it up the best way I physically could. And it just got worse. Like, even some of the photos I took where I had a secondary person in it, they were just really cruel. Which is the reason why I left modeling in the first place, to be honest. I left it alone for quite a while and got back into it a bit in the early 2010s. But I'll leave that for an entire different video on its own. I know this is a short one, but as I said, it wasn't going to be a very fun story time. But if you're curious, the username I did use back in the day was, again, don't laugh at me, I was a teenager, The Last Waltz. Now, I thought it was brilliant, you know? I felt it suited me. Because I was the emo goth punker chick who would not appreciate you calling me any of those things. Because I am my own person. But yeah, that was fun. Actually, if you want, if I can get up to 100 subscribers, I will show some of the more horrifying things from when I was an emo. And I don't mean as in, you know, like awful, gory suicide notes that never followed through on that sort of stuff. No, I mean as in my emo music videos that I created, because I was so hardcore. No, that is all I have for you guys this week. I will see you guys again on Wednesday when I post my next video. Stay tuned for that. I may be doing my story time on Wednesday, or I might be doing a challenge, or trying something out in general. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. But if you want me to start doing a third video a week, let me know in the comment section down below. My social media will be linked in the description area, so you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter. If you guys want me to start up a Snapchat because you're curious about what I'm doing, let me know in the comment section. I promise I do actually read the comment section. Really. You guys mean a lot to me, okay? But until Wednesday, stay safe, have fun, and maybe let me know if you've had any experience with modeling that wasn't too great. Or if it was great even. Or what little tips and tricks you had for modeling back in the day. I might actually do a video on what I've learned since. So yeah, I will catch you next Wednesday. Bye!